Coach, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Sub-Cops.
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
On
yeah, man.
Down, it's Hill.
Huh?
After a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Past the 20. And all the way in.
Fuck, man.
Touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker able to. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. 34 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Hill. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tendrick Thompson picks it.
Oh, you intercepted it?
On
the green team.
Will get the football
Let me tell you
back.
one more fucking time.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as the receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Flaky fucking pass, man. So I'm gonna leave that chicken in there. What chicken? I'm talking to you. I just told you a sister.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. 2 yards on the
You don't
carry
want
there.
her?
It'll
I
be
said, yeah, what her name is.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Check 43. Jim.
From the 36, Wilson, he'll rifle this one deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 37.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And
Man, look at this shit.
the football, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
He getting flaky shit, man. I hate when niggas get flaky shit.
Touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves.
Joke that nigga too well.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. Yeah, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know my wide receivers better than these fucking cornerbacks, bro.
Check 48 to the mic. Check 48 to the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes. Ball try.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
She's so fine. Tell her, girl. Tell her.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep
Ooh.
ball. And
Oh.
going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
60-yard field goal.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
60, nigga.
And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to
60-yard
have a
angles.
chance. He's got to get it out low and
60
really
yard
drive
nigga
through
trying to
it.
get
But I
all
tell you,
these
that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it
Yeah,
as
so
well.
I left y'all the chicken in there. I just wanted to look like a couple pieces.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it with Hill, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Come on, come to that, man.
Get behind my PlayStation.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the
I'm gonna put that chicken
39-yard
in the
line.
box.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Check 4, check 4. Check 26, check 26. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Myers able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down. He'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to off.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. touchdown. Miles Boykin, his third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 84 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
It's caught. Lockett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Now it's Wilson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And
he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will cut the lead down to 15. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We're talking about and bring it. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Yeah. Lots of twitch.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. He's going deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now off to the races. Down the right, a Seahawk touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word.
Point up and through by Myers. And this is back to an 8-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. 15 yards on the play, first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the 40 now on second down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 13, it's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 47 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gains.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tavon Young. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Room here to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. Myers' kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other.
It got his man complete. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. I got it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Hey, alert. Switch.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Got it. Hey, 40's mic right there. 40's mic. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Up. Mike 40. Watch the pass. Block that.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Good. We got double up. 12.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Hill fights through, and now a crease. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Well, now they'll try the end around. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Jackson on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Go, 14. Check 48 to the mic. Go ahead.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, run left, 52. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't Friday. Check 52 the mic. Check 52 the 12.
Now it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm coming for you. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Wait. Mike 40, Mike 40. Check. Alert.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tavon Young. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ready. Mike 5-4. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.